PRX,
We got some perfect timing on this. Okay.
that can match PRX's
Dude, we get
which
the
perhaps we didn't quite
classics
see in
util
full
out.
from PRX yesterday.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is a good litmus test for T1 to see exactly
Right, T1 on
what
defense,
form they're going to be in,
PRX on attack.
you know, getting into Shanghai. You know, they've got there. Now let's see how well they're prepared. I think
the brothers, man. Let's see how the brothers
they're
do.
definitely going to be a threat coming into that event. You'd love to get the win here. You'd love to finish as strong as possible, but obviously PRX going to be very, very difficult. I will say one thing for PRX is your pistol rounds weren't so great yesterday, so that might be something they're looking to improve on. But
looks like they
could
could
coming through this door potentially.
Yeah, we do have X-Geared here. He's going to hit the one shot. We also have Carpe and Rossi trying to hold down the fort, but Forsaken
owns this, so he stays out of the range of the Prowler, and then gets to inside as they're looking through the door.
Them back just a little bit. Meanwhile, Saya trying to take this Sheriff duel up against Forsaken's Ghost, and they are going to push on to him.
I think he's going to be ready. Forsaken.
I mean, Saya had one of his best games I've seen yesterday. It looked like, you know, when he was popping and just carrying in the guard, it looked like that.
What a maneuver here.
This is very sneaky.
This is extremely sneaky.
Saya, is he going to expect it is the real question. He's about to peek this corner, and he's still going to hit the shot. It looked like he was very much caught off guard. But at least
no way he was aiming for that guy. Not a chance.
Yeah, but Rossi's been really
okay.
good in clutches, so Forsaken,
See what
3 kills on the round already. They need the 4K.
Got a stun, doesn't want to use it because of the reposition.
Forsaken just going to get in the tree and pass over
He
right
got
before Rossi
pretty
makes
much
his
the
way out
best
of
timing
sight.
you could
Now
have.
Rossi, he might have an
Rossi's on top of the fact it might have
he
happened.
could be in tree. Obviously, this plant is very good for tree coverage.
I like his pathing here though.
The classic up against the Ghost at this range should go all the way.
He made sure that he never walked into an angle that he didn't know about. Shout out to Forsaken, dodges the Prowler, doing the sides.
Yeah, and these are the things that make PRX so tricky. I mean, all the credit to Saya for reading
so
that they could have gone through towards spawn and at least getting one there. Forsaken though, just spraying through smoke.
That is incredible. He's literally just looking at the minimap.
So the counter maneuver by Forsaken, really, really good. Just barely able to get through with that win. 22 health left.
That's nuts, man. Yeah,
Nice
both
attempt,
of them are on his minimap.
I like what T1 did. Honestly, I think they had a pretty decent round.
I like what T1 did. He's a beast, man. He doesn't even need to see the enemy.
Looking for that headshot, he's gonna get it.
That's gonna be an excellent start now for the side of T1, but PRX not to be outdone. They are going to charge onto the C side, and now with their superior firepower, they will get onto the site relatively easily. X-Geared at least getting the 1 kill, but PRX now going to go for the plants here on the
I kind of love this comp until we get onto defense. And they did great making sure that this comp didn't look bad on defense yesterday. Let's see if they can do it again. The problem is they gamble all the time. The good thing is, it looks pretty hard to read where they're gambling.
As Jing went right behind the wall. Probably not expecting it was
the defense is not defense. Yeah, it's pretty much just 2 attack. You're right.
Early good start here for PRX, although that first round was quite close. Saya with his
the sounds can go up, right? The casters.
Maybe he can look for a pick onto Forsaken first. Forsaken will try to challenge him here, and yeah, he's just going to take him down. Easy as that.
What's going to be scary coming into this next round is Forsaken's 1 away from his Rolling Thunder already. And so that's going to be something that T1 has to consider. How do they want to play this? Do they want to contest, the C orb or something like that to see if they can prevent that from happening? Because that could be one of those factors that leads to a bonus conversion here for PRX if they can get that Rolling Thunder online and use it to take over a site.
Right, bonus is looking pretty good. Triple rifle.
Always going to play that way. They'll mess with your minds a little bit. You'll think they're going to play for an orb, but actually they're just going to come right at you. So that's what makes this team so difficult to go up against. You can see X-Geared, they've got 3, in fact 4 if you count the door. A little bit of damage done trying to contest this orb.
Yeah, they are going to put up the smoke here. And
love how they have all of the util to push the holy, what a stun. Wow, this is impressive, man. So they have all of the util to push off the chamber. It feels like they know that they're gonna try and crunch them or do some kind of late aggro. So they're saving the stun for when they actually execute and open the door and try and pinch on them.
Should be a clean plant. It's gonna be a difficult retake here for X-Geared and Carpe.
And something
don't even know how you approach
Forsaken
this one with the
gets
Rolling
his
Thunder,
gets his ult, and honestly, in a 2-on-2, you'd imagine he's using
He's
it.
gonna play down on drop, and you see the door is going to spin right here. Divine looking at pressure here, and he will pick up that kill on Carpe. And now everything falls on the shoulders of Excurit.
Doesn't need to ult anymore.
This is not easy. Oh, he is. He's in so much trouble. I mean, he's getting hit by everything, and down he will go. Only
Dude, it's a sick understanding from PRX because most teams here, Skydogging into stun, makes the chamber TP back. They flash, pop the dash, know that most likely something like this is going to happen, and then they stun down the line.
His older brother here, a great start for something. Anticipating that there was going to be a player wrapping around his right through Mound. Read that very nicely, just got what he could done. Devi winning over on the other side of the map onto A allows him to pick up that Vandal as well. Now Saya player gonna have to go for the Outlaw, but it is full armors here for PRX, so gonna take 2 shots, most likely, to get a player down.
Unless he just goes for a blind headshot, that could be nice. But yeah, with the smoke in his face.
T1 4 people on site. We've got no one here to pivot over towards B, so they're gonna send them to site.
Should be pushing through tree and in onto the A site. As here comes something looking to open up the site. He's going to get on in, but
flash. Yeah, got a little bit too close though.
Sheriff, but now Divine trying to line them up, and Ching and the rest of the team.
Well, they're getting 4 people on site.
Due time, just kind of running in front of
the amount of times I'm seeing PRX go for this swing is ridiculous. The boomerang, what do we call it? The sum swing?
Extremely difficult for Excurit, especially with 3 of them looking at him. Yeah. Not much you can do there.
Good, man.
I mean,
against his brother as well, he's just going for the widest. The sum swing, yeah, it's where you pop in, and then you bounce off the wall, and then you go back for a little bit, and then you take the shot.
To be wrapping around, and even though he loses the battle, you know, gives that extra information and time over to the rest of PRX to set up that 3-man peak. So good stuff from them. Excurit is going to have his tour de force, but problem is that you've got a ton of really good ults.
They just do this. It doesn't make any sense, but somehow they make it work. This is a bit of a nightmare for T1. It's 1 ult against 3, and it's chamber ult against... Whoa, that's a huge miss.
Not quite going to line it up, but Excurit's still going to go down without being able to TP back.
No, man. Raised ult for raised ult. I love watching this team, man. No, there is no chill ever. It's so sick. And Izu has to pivot to B.
So incredible.
Dude, cool.
The movement from Jing there. He is just the best in the business when it comes to those blast packs. Nobody resets after the blast packs like him. Just unbelievable that he's able to win that fight out in the open. Now you can plant down on the B. Freak gets Rossi.
Yeah, now, I mean, Izu, you're 30 health. You've got a Vandal. Your economy's in the toilet. You're going 1v3. I don't...
Yeah, this attack looks so hard to play against.
At least try. Oh, he's going to take a little peek and then...
The overwhelm when you duel is just so good.
PRX sitting on the cusp of 5 rounds in a row already. Keep in mind, T1, you know, they picked Lotus into PRX. I think it was always going to be a risk.
Yeah, I think you have to pretend that you're dueling them. I think you have to make it look like you're dueling them, but you're not dueling them. And then just wait for Forsaken to use everybody util.
The ability for them to really take the space that they need to get the positive angles, the better of that fight, right? And so that's what makes this comp so scary right now, is you have so much util to contest this space. You can see there also Saya goes for the showstopper, but he missed a little bit. That is just unreal what Jing just did with that blast pack.
Yeah, I think that's a good time for a timeout.
Yeah.
I think that's a good time. Yeah.
Going a bit sideways.
Yeah. What can you say? I think you got to calm things down here on the side of T1. This has not looked like what they had practiced, I would imagine, if you're the coaches watching on. And so take a little time to just talk with the players and try to break
you make a figure dueling without dueling them. I mean, you got a chamber. It's the thing that works the best. Get the util, set up the chamber. Dump a little bit util, it gets refreshed.
Get that ball rolling.
Exactly. It's
Let's
so
sleep today? Yeah. We'll sleep
They're
before Americas.
Really just firing on all cylinders when everything seems to be going well, when their shots are landing. You know, yeah, something missed one in there, but still, the follow-up was amazing. You know, everybody's kind of taking different angles, making it so that if T1 contests that space, like if T1 doesn't get to rubble first there.
Love the chamber, bro. I think it's so strong current meta.
Especially Kasaya's showstopper doesn't hit anybody. It's like PRX is so good about reading
Chamber's
situations.
very
like
strong current meta, in my opinion.
So they just
bro, even Reyna's kind of good these days. Like the Reyna Gecko could be used way more.
Pretty impossible to hit a flying raise out of
people
the
need to not saying the teams, more just like analysts. People need to understand that Reyna's actually in an alright spot these days, especially as more and more duelists, more and more nerfs come out for duelists. Like,
man, for X-Curate there. Just got baited out in the open.
He really did. I mean, they're trying to punish Jing, and it's not going well. It's just going to peek there.
Look at him go. It is just a low buy, though, so let's not get too carried away, but still.
Like, well,
every single time they duel out.
On my cheek. It's not feeling good.
Akno, thank you so much. Dude, 27 months. A lot, bro. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate the support.
And PRX is ready for it.
It's just insane how quick that was from Jing, too. He has just been getting better and better and better, and that's so scary for every other team, not just here in Pacific, but in the world. Go up against that, and something with an operator. Rossi
he knows.
He knows. Rossi's going to try to use the toxic screen to find some value.
Hey, what? I can't even get that. He's dead. And they can't get, I mean, do 9 loss bonus onto this. How close is he to all?
6-0
okay, got a rifle on this one.
The side of PRX. And this might be the most important round yet. After the timeout, now you're on a bye round. T1 need to step up to this team.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're going to contest rubble, you might want to do it a little bit more of a delayed kind of hit. See if you can bait a little bit of that.
It's so funny. So they know that they got to put 4 people over towards A because they're getting overwhelmed over towards A. So put 4 people to go aggro, and now PRX to speed up and hit over towards C. Yeah, as soon as they hear the door open, they probably know they're doing like some kind of late punish here. Ball goes in, and now they got a retake. To retake, they go fatal.
Something is running into the back of the site. He's going to be taken down by Carpe though.
Well, that's an early fatal.
Nightfall coming in here.
Might have been better to let him plant here.
No plant just yet from the side of
yeah, I think that was a bit too early.
PRX expected it. They backed all the way up into the water here to avoid that Nightfall. Prowler is going to catch Jing, delay the plan a little bit more.
I mean, at the end of the day, the Nightfall essentially just allows time for the rest of T1 to get in, but not quite a lot of value, as you were mentioning, as PRX seemed very ready for that one. Let's see how T1 want to approach this. As the Paranoia
such a good flashback.
Yeah,
that's all the utility is. We've got one satchel.
Looking at challenge, takes that one, has the showstopper, and Mindfreak is helping out as well. But Izu trying to trade one back, but on the top of this one of the box, Devi and Mindfreak.
It's just so scary to play against, man. They just have.
It was too obvious. PRX are now
yeah, first of all, I think T1 messed up to the Fatal. Like the Fatal really messed up.
It's first with
yeah, this team just fights so well together, and then it just got so many good aimers. So many shooters, yeah. That is the thing.
It's just like the dominoes just fall perfectly for PRX there, and then you just start mowing you down. It's such an incredible team.
This is T1's map, yeah. And this is, I'm pretty sure, statistically, their best, their best side.
Zaya's angry, and
mostly because of the chamber.
Just made very clear. Just a headshot with the Marshal through some smoke, no big deal. Let's see if they can build something off of this, but Forsaken just going to vandal one down, and now PRX, the quick rotation.
Oh my god.
Right in his face. Down will go Saya player.
How are you ever meant to expect that stuff? It's so sick.
Be an easy plant on a beat.
What do you do against that? I mean,
yeah, Saya had a nice shot and gets rewarded by just a raise.
It's so tough to anticipate that.
Jumping.
And they're protecting him so well. Like Mindfreak gets into kind of a sticky situation. T1 try to run them down 2v1. It's just not going to happen. And now he's going to put up the smoke. He's trying to hit some shot with Sheriff, and instead he just gets shortied down by Jing.
Come on, man. Give him a round. Like, X-Gret has saved enough money for an op.
It's so tough. I mean, you can't really get much momentum going as T1. You get a sweet shot from Saya to set up this play. Potentially, maybe get a thrifty, maybe get something going, but Jing just not having any of it. And they're just so willing to bait and trade for each other. it's just beautiful to watch this team play.
Wait, are they going for the... What's
so
the record so far?
right now.
Dude, they're
It's
never
just
going to beat that
outrageous
record.
to see if
They
something
managed to do that other
this
game in
op's gonna be able
22.
to
We're coming up
win
to...
a duel against Xcure,
Coming up to 15.
Something.
I mean,
is not gonna
maybe.
hit that one. Absolutely a very difficult shot to hit. Jing going to get another orb. He just used the showstopper 2 rounds ago, I think. Well, he's almost got it again.
Yeah, they're walking now. Not a chance.
He's almost got it ready
Good
for yet another
God.
push.
I think that 13-0 will never
Just a
be
couple
beaten.
away.
It's just the fastest
so
game I've
brutal.
ever seen.
I mean, that's going to be, what, his 3rd or 4th showstopper?
Yeah.
That's it's not fair, man.
It's pretty impressive, I would say. We do have Xcure over here, the operator of his zone.
But he has to use his
Will
dog
he be
here.
ready for this push?
Ooh.
As that, he's in a bit of trouble, but he can always TP back.
Yeah, that's
And he's
pretty
going to
pretty
run
impressive though.
away
They know that
out of
most
that,
likely it's an
feels the
op, so no one's
pressure,
going to be close.
tries
So
to get
use
back
the
to
smoke.
safety, but he's the only one on A
Similar
right
to
now.
how
He's just
Viper
trying
would.
to run away and wait for his teammates to rotate over and help him.
Yeah, this is a very
Yeah,
difficult
that
look
should
now
at
from
least be a
T1. Let's
kill.
see if they can find some value. Good shot from Xcure.
Okay.
Hold up. 3v5, they're on
T1
for 1.
finally finding some momentum here. It's 5v3. The spike is planted, but Xcure here on
They
drop.
push, take map control.
Not sure that they know 100%.
And Devi on site.
Down there. Devi going to be looking to hold this angle. See Saya. Xcure picks
He's
up
got a
another
rough time
one, and
here.
now it's only up to Jing. Can he do it? No, he will
All right,
not.
they're on the board.
Finally, T1 will get on the board.
They're on the board
so
and 4 of them survive,
nice
so actually their
change up
money
here.
stays pretty good
I
even
mean,
if they
let's
lose
hope
the
it's
next
not
round.
too little, too late for
Saya
T1,
has
but
ult.
This
They
time
save the
around,
op.
you know, they're playing a little bit more cautiously. They give up rubble control, but the plan
Doing
is
the
then
Viper
to
nerf will
push the
boost
rest of the
PRX
map.
more.
As
Yeah,
soon
I
as
mean
they
it's only going to help
feel
them.
that contact for PRX,
The real
it's
question
something
is
that teams like
the real
Team
question is
Secret have identified
the
with PRX that they can tunnel, especially if they
duelist
start
nerf
playing well,
patch.
and they'll just kind of, I mean, do what they're literally known for, W key at you,
Yeah.
just pick a
So
direction
that's
and
the
go.
big one for them.
And so you can use that against them.
See how
So
wrecked
I
the,
wouldn't be surprised if maybe that's a little bit of
Razen
what Alex is
Jet
going to
get.
want to address here. He's going to say, okay, you know, he doesn't mind
Morning,
that the
Keeper.
team
How we
does
doing?
these kind of things, that they just pick a direction and go. He talked about the momentum that they need to keep, you know, map to map for this team to be successful. So part of that is just letting them try to contest you, try to take these duels,
After
try to take
Shanghai,
these battles
yeah.
and win them. But make sure you're
After
watching your
Shanghai.
flanks. It's probably something he's going to mention pretty quickly here.
New
and
map
that's something we saw
pool.
early with Forsaken.
Well, new
He was
map,
doing a good job of
new
instantly
map
turning
pool.
and watching. But
And
this time around,
they said
weren't really prepared for it.
duelist
Yeah, I mean,
changes.
especially if it feels like you're
So,
pushing in and nobody's
I
there,
guess it
and
could be
it's
no
like,
nerf
okay,
and they
well,
just boost some of the
we
other
used all this
duelists,
utility,
but
it might have hit
it
someone,
looks
we're
like
not
all the
100%
patches
sure
these
how
days
the
are just
team
nerfs
is
instead of
back. Like,
buffs.
why is nobody here? Why is nobody pressuring us? They're probably rotating on us, right? So I think having that proactive information and communicating that within the team will be good. Keep in mind, guys, this was another T1 timeout, so even after the win in the round, they take some time to further break things down. And unfortunately for them, that's going to be their last time out here on this map.
Yeah, and you've got dueling showstoppers again. Last time it was Jing who got the better of Saya player. In
Alex
that
is
regard,
chill.
we'll
I
see
mean,
what the plan
yeah,
is
at the
gonna be.
moment.
It's PRX
You flip this,
looking to once again
you flip
pressure
this scoreline and
the
not so
angle
much.
of Xcure. He's going to spray the T1 spray, expecting a potential jump up onto that box, but instead he's just going to have to TP out that flash. All this contact, the showstopper right in the back.
15 to
he
4
just
now,
like,
and
it
he
was
just
almost like he
keeps on
saw
going.
ahead of time exactly
And
how he was going to run
Sire is
through
not ready for
Waterfall,
it
and Jing is
because
just gonna
teams
pick up
don't
two
normally
just
do
like
this.
that.
And he's
know,
just there
Trying
so
to see if
early.
he's trying to
That's
get
the
in there,
nuts
get
thing.
contact, win the trade,
Even the
potentially maybe
boombots
get a
getting
pick,
involved, bro.
and then delay, but that is not what happened, as we did have a boombot kill as well. It's all up to Rossi. He can hear Forsaken rotating on him. There's the flash, but he's still going to line it up. And now 1v2. Rossi doesn't know if they're further rotating on him, and now with the stack
high or
on
low.
the side. That will be another PRX win here,
Well,
9-1.
When he gets
mean,
reset, it's only
You
extra
see
that
this
gets a
all the
little bit
time,
wrecked,
where
and
you're
he has his
just
ult.
not ready for PRX to keep going. And this isn't any fault to T1. I'm not criticizing anybody here. This happens to every team in the world. And Jing just takes advantage of it, you know, gets the showstopper kill, and then immediately is heading for their spawn to get the pick and then fall back. And it's hard to be ready for that. It's hard to, you know, because very few teams, very few players anywhere in the world.
Is he
even
sending
ranked
this as
games
well?
Don't do that. You know, so that's what makes it so difficult to play against.
No, okay.
And now, trying to get aggressive through the pillars onto B, but
Oh, they definitely wanted to try force into this double flash and Skydog. This is going to be a hard round for PRX in theory. That definitely helps though. I think there the comps have to come in. The double flash has been used and they can relax a little bit. It doesn't make sense to do what they did with the util that was used. And look at guys.
And taking them down bit by bit.
They know the economic situation. They want to take this gun away from Rossi. Oh yeah.
This is crazy.
A pack of wolves.
And Rossi can't run forever. He's gonna look for some trades. He does get 3 actually.
That's so funny.
All stacking for that, but as you mentioned, I don't think PRX cared because there's only 1 round.
They actually hunted him down, bro.
So they could lose all their guns,
didn't even plant.
Just
hunted him down.
Overflowing, so they can afford to do those kind of things. I mean, the 6 spray from Rossi.
T1 are out of it, man. They're just starting to try and do hero plays. This is like a pretty good round for them, really. They got so much out.
This is when you have to be scared of PRX. Is when they're laughing and having a good time.
When the cackles begin, that's when you know it's kind of over for you. At least on this map, potentially. We'll have to wait and see if T1 have any hope.
I mean, T1 had a small win. They got all the util out of them.
It's not looking too likely.
And then just gave them jaws.
Gonna push in through rubble. And this time, once again, T1 are just going to say, okay, you have rubble. That's
Everyone's just trying to make hero plays now. Look at Izu just pushing through B.
The rotation is coming in, so they are fully expecting PRX to commit here, and they have Izu to check for any further rotations.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting that we've stalled a little bit. This might give Izu a free kill. Yeah. Nice patience here.
Oh.
Expecting that maybe now finally PRX is going to
worked as a little peak.
Pump the brakes and rotate a bit. Oh, no.
Oh, he cancelled it.
Trying to challenge Jing, and that has just not worked out for them at all today. And they are not going to feel good about that play at all, as now Saya is going to hit him in the face with a rocket, but it's still going to be
at least they got one, man. At least they got one.
It's insane that PRX can just embarrass teams on this map, and teams who are really good on this map like T1. The last
How fast is this? 22 minutes?
Earlier in this stage, T1 actually pushed PRX pretty well on this map. I think it was like 13-10 or something like that. And it looked pretty decent from T1. It looks like they just needed to make a few tweaks, a few changes, but Forsaken wasn't kidding when he said he thought he had a good read on his brother.
So many ults in this half.
They're just destroying him. I mean, yes, it helps that Jing is playing out of his mind, but there's more to it than that. I mean, I think this distinct
that's
kind of fast hit style
I don't think we've seen that
showing,
since the change of the orbs.
Contact with
in terms of Lotus actually having less than 3, and then the fact that it's now way more on Raze.
They're backing him up because of how much trust and how much faith they have in Xcurate to be able to lock down positions as a chamber, but it's just too overwhelming. And I think this is really, really smart stuff from PRX, the way that they are just punishing these setups from T1.
Yeah, they're making it look
it's only 2 maps, but has the team ever looked this dominant on a map
T1,
ever?
This might not be their map, and now
probably not,
this,
man.
They gotta go into
not really.
as well.
Not like this.
Up against
not against.
Which is
not in
map
this higher level. Like this is meant to be playoffs.
I think you're hoping for a lot more on this one, and you're gonna have to take it.
The problem is their
PRX
defense is.
Map pick, which is not gonna be easy
it's
to
just a gamble with what they do, but I think that's fine. Because if you literally only need like 2, 3, maybe even 4 rounds on defense, you're gonna probably get that from gambling. Fnatic Lotus, guys, don't even give me that. I'm not taking that. Everyone in EMEA was just moronic.
He looked very calm the entire time. He's not overreacting. He's like, yeah,
I'm not taking that.
Just Jing,
That's typical Jing, man. He can have
I was
plays you'll ever see.
losing my mind for a whole year watching EMEA teams try and play this comp against this comp and not understand. Just not understand anything of how to play against it. I can't watch. I couldn't watch it, man. It's killing me. I'm not taking that one.
Not sure if they know 100%.
It was impressive what they did, but it was down to the fact that everyone in EMEA was just awful.
As Forsaken,
and against new comps.
He is going to get first contact here.
Like everyone in EMEA had so many problems that they never had the luxury of looking at the enemy's teams properly and trying to work out how they should be playing it. Or at least that's the bail that I'm seeing them.
Mind Freak is going to hear all of this. And Executor is just backing and dropping. MindFreak gets a second onto the low health member. Carpe trying to hold it down, just trade one back. So now they will go for the plant. Saya on half HP. He's going to hear the member of PRX running on in. Jing is going to be taken down by Carpe. And it's up
1v2 higher low, but they're kind of a little bit off. Oh, I was worried, man. It was like one here, one here.
In the pistol round, and T1.
All right, let's see it back.
Second round.
Well, of the must-win pistol rounds, it's nice to get that one. A lot of work yet to be done, but yeah, good reactions here from T1. I mean, really
think about BBL Koi. No, dude, this year is nice to watch EMEA. Don't get me wrong.
Doesn't actually
this year is nice.
Sidestep that paranoia. He just gets the timing correct on when MindFreak is.
There's hardly any teams that actually like
gets the shot and then is just clean with the rest of it.
Not
so
fun to watch.
Really nice stuff here, from T1.
There's Army with the 8 months.
So
thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Credit's due. That's a good start, and it's going to take a lot to come back into this. But again, you want to get more rounds here as T1. Get that confidence flowing.
Sure, and trying to challenge there. He took a tiny bit of damage. Something also looking to pressure on the side of T1. You see Rossi very low on health now. Something just spamming on through. As now they're going to get on top of him with that
Managed to get a body shot off.
Something can do.
In terms of this, they are allowed one death for the Marshal, so the Marshal can go hunting. Obviously, the one that they picked up.
Put pressure onto that Marshal.
So Carpe actually bought Excret.
Huge advantage. Takes all that space. Gets the kill. Now just a couple sheriffs left here for PRX, but certainly dangerous with those, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I mean, let's see if they actually do challenge here. Izu going to take a bit of damage already, as now he does get that first shot. Forsaken charging in with the classic, gets a headshot. As now trying to spam on through. 2 members of PRX still looking to challenge this, still looking for exit kills.
This gun sounds so stupid, man.
Just going to wait.
Has he got that many shots in it?
Actually not going to wait. Divine gets in there. He trades one back. MindFreak trying to do the same, and he will just go down to the spot.
And does this get the upgrade?
But again, it's just good early reads here from T1 that give them the opportunity to get the plant down. That's what you need to see. You need to get these moments going. See Saya still very much engaged.
How to rank the regions right now? It depends what you want, bro. Do you want the team, like what region has the most chance of winning Shanghai, or do you want overall average best?
It's so difficult, especially when they're playing like this, man. But already the op, so the early investment here, and you have to go big or go home here for T1, a borderline must-win bonus. So
overall, America's EMEA, Pacific, China.
If you lose this round, then
the Pacific bottom teams wreck most of EMEA. It's close. Sorry, most of Pacific. It's actually close. There's a world where EMEA is overall better, to be honest.
Once again, you know, they set up the
just because Furia and NRG exist.
Rubble, not quite going to get the kill, but at least Jing does spot them alongside a Devi who have been holding the site. And that's going to be that op kill from the side of Exurit now, and they do get onto the site here. Devi left alone for now. Let's see if he waits for his teammates. Looks like he will. Saya doesn't seem to want to wait for anything, and now Devi won't either. He's going to jump down and get taken out in due time. Something, though, does trade here.
Hey, this is...
onto Exurit over on Rubble, and now up top Forsaken.
Okay, I was about to say this is looking good, and it still is. I'm glad I didn't finish that, because that honestly would have been double kill otherwise.
Looking to challenge.
Big duel for something, can still win with this.
Rossi not looking the right way. Now MindFreak has been so clutch. He's going to pick up a kill, and now Saya alone.
Yeah, I mean, they played the 2v3 great, and they were just so confident that he was going all the way around once he got the kill at spawn, but then he double backed on himself. Alright, 9 chances to finish this one.
You know,
impressive stuff.
Pulls the poison cloud down, and Executor's there just watching, knowing the tendencies of Jing.
I went from an NRG believer to fully out in them. No, bro, I mean, NRG should still be winning the next game. Don't get me wrong. I'm still, no matter who they're playing, I'm still going to say NRG win next game in my pick'ems. Gotta look at what's there. Gotta be a realist at the same time.
Ready for the positioning of PRX, and it's been a theme. You know, whether it was Jing in this round, it's something that are catching you in unexpected moments.
So we do have a timeout from PRX. I mean, the beginning of that round, as you mentioned, it felt very nice for the side of T1. And so it looks like Alex maybe not expecting them to win that round, and they are going to take a timeout here, even though it is 12-3, and just discuss a little bit of what they want to do to take that last round and potentially even going into sunset, a little bit of preparation.
Hey, who's actually called this? Because I'll show you Alex and Bale, because the players can call this.
In my mind,
so it might be the players.
Address some of those individual battles that players were taking at the
It could be something legit, but
Divide, trying to make a play for himself off of the rope, things like that. Saying, wait for your teammates.
The players can call it.
Coordinated, a little bit more patient. Let's make sure we're playing together. That is my suspicion as to what that timeout might have been about. To be honest, I think he might have popped that like after Divide died.
Yeah, there's also that. He might have called that like in the 2v3 when they hadn't won already, and it looked like a lost round, and he just wants to make sure it doesn't.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the most logical one. But I never know with this team. Bro, they're so fast.
Not able to punish him.
Good God.
After missing the first shot, sticking around. X-Grid challenging him.
Forsaken gets a jump peek, no one's spotting. Skydog goes out, and the op is already now fit.
Oh my God.
What?
What?
Just the timing through the smoke.
Wait,
I mean,
chat, you saw him, right? Or not? Because I'm looking at the mini-map, and I'm pretty sure he shouldn't be able to see him.
By something, he should be able to punish it. He just can't in time.
This timing? Well.
Yep.
I guess. Just unfortunately.
I literally just looked at the minimap and I'm like, well, maybe the wall's not up or something, but it looks like he's just one-tapped him for a smoke.
Held from the side of PRX, and they got a lineup here as well. Saya gonna be going down. It's only 2 members left on the side.
Man, their form is crazy right now. Their form is crazy.
Here for map number 1 in favor of PRX.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, I said they're gonna win Shanghai, and every time I watch them, I'm more and more confident. It's building as the weeks go on.
And making